Chag Sameach. Before we begin our next part, which is the Torah part, the Torah service, I would like to reflect on the meaning of Simchat Torah on the day we are on. We have different New Years in our culture, in the British society. We have the New Year for years on the 1st of January. We have academic New Year, which normally happens on the 1st of September. We have financial New Year, when you are supposed to pay your taxes. And we have different types of New Years. And the same is in Judaism, that we have New Year, which we celebrated 22 days ago, Rosh Hashanah, when we count the years. We have a New Year for trees, when it used to be that we would collect we would set aside the 10th part of all the fruits that were on that day, and so on. And the Torah also has a new year, because today we end one cycle, and without any pause, we continue reading. We start from the beginning. And there is something very reassuring about this notion. Whatever happens in the world, whenever we are as a society or individuals, we have this cycle, we have a Torah portion. It may not be historically correct, it may not be all nice text, but there is something that we read every single year, and something that stays with us throughout our entire life. And this is one of the meanings for me of Simchat Torah. When we express our gratitude, and when we say thank you for it. And normally it is quite a big celebration with a band, with dancing, with everything. Unfortunately, not this year. However, it doesn't mean we shouldn't express our joy in other ways. So we will have our procession in a traditional way with scrolls a bit later, but not with dancing. We will we'll have 5 people who will take the scroll and just go around the synagogue, and in a way, in a symbolic act of bringing the synagogue down from the Mount Sinai into the congregation, but also just a way to be a bit close to the Torah. Then we will have our Torah reading, when we will hear the last words, the last verses from the book of Deuteronomy, and the first verses of the Torah from the book of Bereshit. And that's a symbolic connection from the two ends of the Torah. And then at the very end, after the service has ended, we will unroll the entire scroll. Because technically, very pragmatically, we have to do it anyway. We have to roll the scroll back to the book of Bereshit. But what will happen today, and it's a tradition which is, I believe, was introduced by progressive communities in the world, that we unroll the entire scroll. We have gloves, partly to protect ourselves from the virus, partly to protect the scroll, and we will hold the scroll, we'll unroll it in the sanctuary, and we will have. But this is unfortunately not for the online YouTube live stream. It is only for Zoom or for people in the sanctuary, because it will take a while to do that. So, and this partly explains why we say Yashar Koach. We say that, oh, you have such a straight strength when a person just read the Torah or done something nice with the Torah intellectually. But because it used to be that person would need to hold the entire scroll while reading. So, and we will all share this burden together. We begin our Torah service, and I would like to invite our ark openers to join me on the bima and be ready. And for the our scroll carriers are Rabbi Alexander Wright and myself, Anthony Sefton, Benita Plackton, Simon Van Zomeren as well.